My name is Rod Brooks. I'm the president and CEO of Stop Hunger Now. We're an international hunger relief organization based in Raleigh, North Carolina. Those of you who have packaged meals with Stop Hunger Now know that our meals are distributed in cooperation and partnership with trusted and accountable partners working in country and among 39 countries where we distribute our meals. I'm delighted to be speaking today with one of those partners. I'm here today with Pastor Solomon Mwesige. Pastor Solomon is the founder of Good News Ministries based in Kampala, Uganda. He is also the country director for LeSEA Global Feed the Hungry. In his capacity, he not only ensures that students in his school, King Solomon's Academy, receive meals, but he's also responsible for ensuring that students in about 10 schools in the area just outside of Kampala, Uganda, that those students receive a meal every day at school. I wanted to ask, first of all, about King Solomon's Academy. You have 500 students there. How did that school start? How did you begin that school, and how many students did you start with, and how have you seen that school grow?
The founding of that school came out of the need that I realized. And you know, in many cases as pastors, our major focus is the spiritual. Do a service, preach a sermon. And in America, people say, "Oh, good word, pastor." But at the end of a service, in that village of Bulenga, one child by the names of Robert came to me and said, "Pastor, pray for me because I want to go to school." And for the American people, that is like, you want to go to school? Go to school. There is public education. But that is not the case in Uganda. You have to pay tuition, whether it is kindergarten or primary or wherever you want to go. This kid didn't have the money. And another child comes asking for prayer. And then a mother comes asking for prayer. Another child comes asking if I could pray for this child because the child was hungry. And I said, wait a minute. How can I pray for a hungry child? This child needs food, not prayer. So that's the motivation and the challenge that I got in order to think about starting this school.
And you started the school when was that?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. And
Yes.
how many students did you start with at the school?
Did we turn out others? So many were turned away. We had to screen by visiting homes and, you know, with the community leaders and church members, screened and took 300 of the poorest, the orphans. And would we have taken more? Yes, but that's what we could do.
And since you started the school 7 years ago, you've seen the enrollment in school increase. How many students are you now serving?
We are serving 500 and only limited by the space we have. If we had more rooms, would we take more? Or would more kids come in? The answer is yes.
You talked about the situation in Uganda, and you mentioned a statistic that I was really surprised to hear. You talked about the percentage of the population that was less than 18 years old.
It's a staggering number. Uganda is 34 million people total. And 52% of the people in Uganda are below 18 years. 52%. And also the statistics say that Uganda has or is the youngest country on average population. The average age being 14 and a half. So it's virtually a country of young people.
It's been a little more than 5 years now, and you have been providing Stop Hunger Now meals to your students. Tell us about how you heard about Stop Hunger Now and how our partnership began with you.
This was a miracle. I was in this country. I had taken a video of my school where children were at school with no food at all because there was no lunch provided. And for information, school officially begins at 8, But for the older kids, by 7:30, you are supposed to be in class. And from 7:30 up to 5 p.m., no food. So there was one child that had packed his own lunch. And so during lunchtime, kids just go to play or sleep or sit under a shade and just yawn because there's nothing to eat. So this kid was eating. And two kids were watching him eat and wanted to kind of create an awareness of their presence so that maybe this kid could share. And this kid was focused on his meal, not willing to share or to be sidetracked from his eating. I said, okay, this is painful. And I got my camera and kind of took a picture of that. One pastor in the UP, Ironwood, Pastor Tom Rose, saw this video and he sent it to South Bend, Indiana, to the LeSEA Global Feed the Hungry. And immediately they followed up this video with a phone call. They called me and they were willing to help. So they shipped a 40-foot container of Stop Hunger Now meals, which we have since continued to provide to these kids. Did I know Stop Hunger Now? I didn't. I thought it was a big factory where maybe LeSEA Global Feed the Hungry buys food from or gets it and then ships it. But actually seeing people in America volunteering and the effort it takes, even the number of people that are involved to actually make this happen, that was kind of amazing.
Describe the impact that those meals have made on the health of the students and their attendance in school and their performance in school as well.
This food means everything. Food is life. The first thing anybody realizes as you wake up is hunger. You want to eat. But at least here you have hope that there is something in the fridge or there's something you're gonna eat. But these kids wake up challenged, defeated, and having a schedule of going to learn on an empty stomach the whole day. So this is like a miracle. We call it miracle food. Others call it manna, like it was in the wilderness where they did dig it, but they could just pick it. So the impact of this food has been amazing. The focus of children towards their education, the health, because this is a complete meal. Soy, zinc, helping the brain to kind of handle and the memory. We have seen a lot of, you can just look at the skin and tell the difference. Our kids look healthy. When we go out for school competitions, you can tell that these are from King Solomon's by just the looks on their face. Not only that, the rate of sickness went down because of the immunity boosting, because of the balanced diet. So it has been amazing. When the national exams results came, 80% of our primary 7 kids passed in first grade. Our school was the best in the community, in the area.
Pastor Solomon, one last question. Stop Hunger Now started our meal packaging program about 6 years ago. In that time, we've packaged 73 million meals. Volunteers have packaged 73 million meals. We estimate that we've involved about 270,000 volunteers. More than 550,000 volunteer hours have gone into packaging 73 million meals. What would you say to those volunteers about the impact of their work and what it has meant to you and the children that you're serving?
I would say thank you. I would say it is worth the effort. I would say you are impacting and changing lives. You're bringing change, you're bringing hope. Not only that, but even economically. These people that would have bought lunch, save that money for maybe dinner or something else. God bless you. As a pastor, I just say, God bless you. Thank you very much.
You know, it is partners like Pastor Solomon, it is the partners that Stop Hunger Now works with on the ground that are our eyes and ears and hands and feet, making sure that all of the meals that are packaged are delivered and distributed and ultimately go to benefit those kids who need it most. And in Pastor Solomon, we have a huge debt of gratitude to him. We have a wonderful partner there on the ground, helping to ensure that we're having the greatest impact. So thank you, Pastor Solomon, and thank you all for your continued support of Stop Hunger Now. Please continue to be involved with us. Help us make the impact that we can have with your help. Thank you.